What's up, YouTube? It's me, the artisanmc, popping in with a little bit of news that I want to share my thoughts on. Put it that way. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. And so, if you don't know, the rumor is right now that it's come from the writer, producer of the show. I'm calling She Woke right now. Is that the cultural touchstone of the black community, Megan Thee Stallion, will showcase on an episode of She-Hulk. And I say that in pause, not because it's dramatic, just to let that sink in for a minute, to let you know how badly this fucking show is right now. Like, I cannot believe that. I can't believe that that's a hype for this show. I really can't. Yeah, I can check you. What the fuck is right? W, tall T, capital F, capital U, capital C, capital K, triple exclamation point. Yes. What the fuck? Now, the funniest part about this, because I heard this story listening to some other geeks, right? Funniest part is they don't know who the hell this person is. And I'm like, wow, good for you. But then the flip side of that, which is funny, is like, fuck, I do know a little bit of who this person is, and I'm not happy with that knowledge. Like, God. Oh, damn. I hate to be black at the moment. Like, oh, shit. I know who it is. Shit. Look, man, I had so many ideas on this little bit of news earlier today, like 9 o'clock when I saw it. But I've worked my whole day now, and I've got other shit on my mind. So it may come up, it may not. But really, how fucking hard do you have to pander to a certain audience? Now, this is where I'm going to go with this. And you guys take it for what you will. I know almost nothing about Megan Thee Stallion, except for she's a rapper, she a big bitch, she rap trash, and she got on my radar because people in space was commenting on her because she apparently got shot in the foot by Tory Lanez, which she pretty much was lying. Trying to ruin this man's whole career and selling some other lie shit like she wanted to be the face of fucking abuse or something, and nothing happened to her ass. He wasn't the one who did it. But from what I understand, she is on record have said she has beat up dudes and stuff like that before. Like, really, bitch? Interesting. Now, as ridiculous as all that shit was, I was happy with it because I'm not listening to a lot of mainstream hip hop right now anyway. Reason being, motherfuckers like her. That this is not the hip hop I grew up on. This is not the hip hop my generation ushered in and became rich out of. This is not the same thing. Same business model. You get on stage, you grab a microphone, maybe you got 2 turntables, possibly digital, and you get up there and spit some verses. But this is not the same hip hop. This shit is trash. A lot of it is trash. So I don't listen to a lot of it. Now, why the fuck this I know why. I'm just asking you guys because I want some fucking engagement here. Okay, let's all laugh about this together. All right, you in here, let's laugh about this. I called an elite council. I expect the geeks to show up and bring their intellect to the game. Okay. Right, okay, comment called Niggaverse. Yeah. Maybe she could be Sailor Moon. What the fuck? Anyway, I'll put it this way from my understanding. Megan Thee Stallion is not representative of the best in hip hop right now. She's not. I cannot think of a song that she's done solo. I can't. Couldn't name one. Couldn't give you a quotable of hers. Outside of the one song I know, her and what's her name, Cardi B asked for, which is WAP, right? And I got swept up in the culture phenomenon, which is you got to see that video, see what the fuck that is. And I saw it. It's an 8mm situation. I saw it. I wish I wouldn't have, but I did. And I watched it, and it was like, dude, this is just a strip club. What the fuck am I watching? This is a strip club on TV. Anyway, be that as it may, she is not a cultural icon like that to me. Now, to people younger than me, probably half my age, 25 and lower, oh yeah, she big shit. Because they're the ones who are making her popular and paying her. I'm not. No stream, no bootleg, no none of that shit. Nothing. They got shit I want to hear. I wouldn't know what she looked like if you lined her up with 3 people. The 2 of them could look like her. Now, the fact, BMT, you got to stay on topic, homeboy. Alert in the chat. The fact that she's showing up on this show, to me, is kind of an insult to black women. Because at this point, outside of the trashy looking chick that showed up in the first episode in the bathroom, we haven't seen any real black chicks on me. We haven't. Closest you got is that Titania chick, and I don't know what the fuck her skin condition is. That maybe she's been tanning too much, hanging out with Hulk Hogan or something. I don't know. That shit is different, right? I don't know. It looks weird. But other than that, no black women have showed up on the show. But you can see the black feminist, du jour in this show, in the fact that they constantly shitting on black males in this show. Even ones who just say hello. They're constantly looking stupid. Now, within that context, I can see why Megan is showing up on this show. I can see why. Got some of the shit she like going on, right? But my question is, why the fuck American female with feminist leanings, I don't know for sure, and I forget the director of the shit, the other producer, go with bringing Megan Thee Stallion into this show thinking that's a good thing. Now, mind you, the part that Megan Thee Stallion is playing in this, from what I understand, is her. She's playing herself. She's playing a version of herself in the MCU. What up, D. Remedy? So what relevance is WAP in She-Hulk? Is she going to show up at the court? Like she was dealing with some other stuff getting shot in the other foot. You can't get that representation from a big green chick. I heard she was in the show, and I'm thinking, so she doing a body double for She-Hulk? They're gonna paint her green and let her stand her big ass up there? What? I mean, we know what's happening in LA, so okay, you could possibly bump into a celebrity in LA, but Megan Thee Stallion? What trap house booty club was you at? I don't get it. I don't get the point. What was this show missing representation from the hood? Is that it? And that's where my question comes in about what point is it for an Asian American woman to try to introduce Negro culture onto this show? Where's her love for that shit? I drove somebody out of here because I checked them again. Catch up on the replay. Good night. Peace to you, know what? I find that shit kind of insulting. Look, it was bad enough that you could tell that this writer was pandering for the black woman's approval in the first episode. The way the first episode ended with Eve, who's that girl, all that shit. Why the fuck would you even care about that song, being Asian? What up, Beastly? Why would you care? Why would that song be relevant to you? They ain't even from your fucking generation. I really doubt that Eve was bumping hard in the Asian American household during the time that song was a hit. But like I said, the pander was out. But it was just done once, so okay, whatever. It was weird, but it was there, whatever. People always take black stuff to try to make their shit look cool. Always. Now here it is, you getting up towards the third episode, and now you got this report coming out that Megan Thee Stallion's going to be in an episode. Like, oh, you are pandering, aren't you? You are pandering really hard to black women in a She-Hulk show. Well, why? What does She-Hulk have to do with black women? And what does an Asian woman have to do with black women? I'm curious. I'm fucking really curious. I wouldn't call Megan a V8. If I call Megan a V8, that means she's a really powerful engine that you need. What the fuck? No. Nah. It'd be like putting spinners on a fucking Prius. Turning a Prius into a scraper. That's what the fuck it would be like. We gotta hood this shit up, girl. No. You need some garbage in the back seat. You need your front bumper your back bumper with a dent in it because you ran into the ballards. You gotta miss one hubcap, but the rest of them gotta be chrome. The fuck out of here. No. She ain't no fucking V8. Nah, bro. I'm not giving you that. No, because that puts a hell of a value on Megan Thee Stallion. Now, you know the object of putting stuff in there like that is to help promote the show to a different audience. Do you think Megan Thee Stallion is bringing a bunch of black women to watch a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie or TV show? Really? That's who you think to get That sounds about as dumb as these goofy ass chicks in the last election doing that get your booty to the poll shit. We gonna get black men out to vote. Get your booty to the poll. What? Who the fuck is making these decisions? And how long have you been on this planet? And how pure is that dope you smoking? You need to cut back. That shit is ridiculous. Now, is this making me upset at the show? No, it's pointing out how fucking ridiculous the show is. It's pointing out blatantly how ridiculous the show is. Not that the show is funny. The idea of the show is what's funny. The ideas that the people who created this show are putting out there are fucking ridiculous and comedy. That's what's comedy. Not the show, because the show is not funny at all. The thought process and seeing the thought process of these people is the comedy. These motherfuckers are stupid. They stupid as shit. You don't think so? Look up some of the interviews with the writer. You tell me what you think. You tell me what you think. Yeah. Get your booty to the plus. Get your booty to the plus. Get your subscriptions on the plus. Motherfucker, this should cause people to drop their Disney subscription. For real. Like, do you think any soccer mom type who might have let their kid watch this show maybe didn't hear a report and saw the WAP chick show up on her show will be like, oh yeah, you can keep watching that? No, nigga. Like, is it that chick from that song? Oh no. Turn this off. No, you gotta turn this off. You're not doing that. This is not what's happening here. It's like, get out of here. Be for real. My Dolomite voice. Bitch, is you for real? Come on. I found Megan went to the same high school as me. Okay. She was an underclassman, so I don't know the chick. I was cool. Yeah. So what? Okay. Awesome. Maybe if they're giving out lash vouchers. Apparently, maybe She-Hulk go to get a touch-up for her wig or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know what the relevance is. Like, we don't need Megan Thee Stallion in the show. The show was bad enough. I care nothing about Megan Thee Stallion, and hearing that don't make me want to watch the show anymore. It just makes me groan because I know what's coming. Like, oh shit, this bitch is sooner or later. The fact that they saying this shit now just makes me think, okay, well, this week on She-Hulk, look for a stallion. There may be a stallion sighting. Whatever. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not laughing at the fact that it's Megan Thee Stallion. I'm laughing how ridiculous this fucking thought process is to put this shit on there. It's about as ridiculous as Tinder putting out or them advertising for Tinder for She-Hulk. Like, because she got on a dating app, is there a real profile for She-Hulk on Tinder? The fuck out of here. Y'all's about the goofiest motherfuckers ever, dude. This shit has turned into a whole fucking, God, I want to say hoe house, but it's not really that. Not as much of a hoe house. Because they ain't making no money, so it's low rent. It's hookers at the point. So that's why I'm confused. It's like the pander for the black female approval is ridiculous. And like, this the Asian chick going in on. Now here's a little known fact, and I'll hip you guys to this shit just because I'm in California. Asian chicks do get down with black women. They do. Americanized ones, they get down with black women. In some ways, they want to be like black women. I say that from experience. This is not a lie. They do. Low key, they do. They want that sass and that attitude. They love that shit. They just have their values too, which they don't want all the rest of that dysfunction shit. Which is kind of how you should be doing some of this shit with dealing with different races. You look at them for their pluses and their minuses. Maybe adopt some of the strengths, drop the fucking weaknesses. Let them keep those. They dysfunction and shit. Yeah, you can keep that. I don't need the dysfunction. But I'll take some of that backbone. That's what it is. So that would require actual parenting. yeah, Beastly. Is it even desperate? Dude, that's not. They were not in a desperate position to have to do that to get somebody to watch this show. Mind you, because they did this show and we're watching it now, they filmed this shit probably last year sometime. It was written maybe a year before that, right? So when it came up to actually doing some casting and stuff like that, they was putting stuff in there that they thought would work for them, that they thought fit who they're trying to speak to. That's what I'm saying. You was trying to talk to the hood chick with the She-Hulk attorney at law show? Look, y'all got some goofy ass fucking ideas. And I say y'all being a director and writer because they both served as producers on this shit too. Y'all got some goofy ass ideas. I don't know where the fuck you grew up. I know it's in California, but y'all got some goofy ideas. And your pander and your stopgap thinking is really fucking disturbing. Really fucking disturbing. Now, I laughed like you did, Beastly, when I heard it, but first thing I like was, what? Why? You needed something else to sink this show outside of the shit writing? Good. Another reason for people not to watch this shit. Because, trust and believe, I don't think Megan Thee Stallion can act. I don't. I don't even think she can rap. You think I believe she can act? Come on, man. I'm not even willing to see it if I wasn't already watching the goddamn show. Like, great, something I'm looking forward to. Now, the thing I pointed out in the community tab, which was about the Method Man cameo in Luke Cage. If you guys didn't know, Method Man shows up in Luke Cage, second season. Luke Cage is in Harlem. He goes into a liquor store, gets some shit, Method Man in there. And he knows who Luke Cage is. And he is playing himself. Knows who he is. I thought that was good. I thought it was an awesome idea because one of the things you always know about Marvel characters as opposed to DC characters, Marvel characters live in the real world. They live in our world. That's why their city is New York. If you in LA, you in LA. If you in Florida, you in fucking Florida. So it grounds the characters in real life shit all the time. So you can think that, man, if I just look up at the right time, I would see Spider-Man swing around this bitch. Because everything is usually accurate to what's going on in the real world, right? That's what makes it fun. Method Man showing up in Luke Cage was another one of those things, but it was done live action and not in the comic. It's done live action so you can see, hey, these characters are real. In a sense, they're real. It's really happened. It was Method Man in Luke Cage in Harlem. But only one of the things was actually fake. Luke Cage ain't a real character. But it made it seem like that in that universe. That made it fun. But even that was an Easter egg. They didn't tell you ahead of time that shit was happening. That's when I saw it. I was like, oh, shit. I love this show. It's Method Man. Because I know Method Man is a fucking geek. Forever. Who the fuck knew who Johnny Blaze was and wasn't reading comics when Method Man came out calling himself Johnny Blaze? Nobody. Oh, it's just some cool shit to say. The whole Wu-Tang is fucking geeks, dude. They aliases is all geek related. They all Marvel Comics related. Tony Starks. Come on, man. So that was fun. That was fun for a geek who is a celebrity to get put into a geek fucking show. I know that was big for him. Like, hell yeah. Cool. This shit? Nah. Nah, bro. This is not important in the least bit. Not to me. If the person who gives a fuck about this, please stand up in the chat. What up, Captain Picard? So for me, it's a shameless pander. It's not for publicity. It's for pandering. It's for pandering to a specific audience that wouldn't be watching this shit anyway. Because if you know anything about hood black chicks, they don't like none of this geek shit. They ain't interested in none of this shit. They don't read comic books. No. They're the main ones telling their sons that shit is stupid. You better get out and hustle and get your money. Morons. Yeah, the Wu-Tang are geeks. Wu-Tang, the whole Wu-Tang been geeks forever. Biggest ones being Meth and I believe a Ghostface. Now, beyond that, everybody's picking this up and making it a big story, right? And I just responded to it because most of the people don't even know who the fuck Megan Thee Stallion is. I can at least speak to motherfucker do trash music. I ain't interested in her music. I damn sure ain't interested in seeing her in the show. That's why. That's why I did it. Everybody else, I don't even know who this person is. I don't know what they do. Like, oh, you motherfuckers, boy, y'all white for real. That was hilarious. At least they admitted it. I said, damn, if they only knew, they're going to find out now. They're going to be objective, really objectionable in a minute. And that's what makes the shit funny to me. Like, damn, if you only knew. Woo-hoo-hoo, this is going to be hilarious. This is going to be hilarious. What did JL? What's up, JL? JL Dub in the building. What did he say? Megan Online has been trying to. What the fuck is going on with this? Can't read all of that. She wrote a novel. I'm driving. I can't read all of that. So being into anime with people in it. Yeah, she into anime like fucking Cartoon Network. Toonami. That's how she into anime. Whatever was coming on, she watched it. She's just trying to grab another audience too. Look, it's a pander on both sides. Her wanting to be in the shit, because unless I would think these Asian chicks went looking for her and asked her if she went into it. And if they didn't, that means Megan approached Marvel about getting into something for Marvel to bring up her visibility, and this is what they gave her. She was like, fuck it. Girl, I get to be on She-Hulk. With hair weave and ridiculous nails, huh? Coming to a screen near you, most shit that I didn't need to see. Swinging through your hood like the neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah. If you listen to folks' lyrics, a lot of these dudes been geeks forever. A lot of rappers, hip hop artists, the early ones, the Gen Xers are geeks. A lot of them is geeks because they put the shit in their lyrics. If you listen, if you're one of those people who do the idiot thing when you listen to rap, which is you actually listen to the lyrics and break down what the lyrics mean like weed, crumple that shit out and actually think about it and listen to it. Burn them up, light them up, flame on. Yeah, that's a passive. That's a passive. That's a passive reference on the Ice Cube song, the Flame On. Method Man and Redman do it a lot. If you listen to Method Man and Redman albums, they make hella geek references because Redman is a geek too. They make hella geek references all through. Nothing as blatant as that though, because that's blatant. As soon as you hear Flame On, you think Johnny Torch or Johnny Storm. Excuse me. Anyway, I don't see a season 2 yet. You're not gonna see a season 2 yet. The way this fucking show getting roasted on every episode. Look, I understand that the roast of the shit of the show drives up the trending topics for the show. It drives up people's interest in the show by complaining about how terrible it is. Because negative attention is still attention media-wise. It still is. It's still driving people to your product. Right? That's why Disney don't come out and say shit about it. Until it reaches that point where it's so negative they can't even get people to watch it. It's not there yet. Somebody watching the shit. I know I'm one of the people who watching it because I have to watch it and see what's going on and shit so I can talk to y'all about it. So at least a lot of critics are watching it so they can see what they can be critical about with the show. We are the fucking audience. The question is, who outside of critics who review this shit is actually watching this fucking show? That's the real question. Where are they at? I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't like it. So that was it. I think it's a shameless pander to black women like you needed this shit. You was already doing enough anti-black male misandry. Shout out to Dr. T. Hassan for the language. Thank you, sir, for the lexicon. You're already seeing enough of that anti-black male misandry going on in the show anyway. You're already seeing that shit. So you don't need to actually introduce a black woman who got more of that kind of shit to say anyway. Yeah, of course. You pander. You want to be black. It's like, why aren't you? I don't know. You're going to get Wong showing up. Asian representation in the house. I don't know. It's just silly. And if she pops up in this next episode, I'll be happy to get that shit over with. And if it's a later episode, I'm really going to be like, why? Why did you advertise this shit early? Like it's trying to drum up support. That is not a drum, motherfucker. That's a thimble with a napkin stretched over the top of it. That is not a drum. Okay. You knew Raider Nation. What's up, Raider Nation? That you knew when it came out, and you saw who was playing it, who was writing it, that was gonna suck. Look, like I said, I haven't given a lot of shit to Tatiana Maslany. I haven't. Her performance looks kind of whatever the fuck. But I told you, I'm looking at Tatiana Maslany a little bit like Jessica Alba. You famous for being on a geek-related show that people really like. But that was the first thing anybody seen your ass on. Now you have to do other things other than that to prove that you got these acting chops and not that you was just a cute little young chick. Basically playing multiple roles so people got over without having a big cast. You just got to play multiple versions of yourself. All right. I'll give you credit for that. What I'm seeing in this show, uh, Jennifer Walters is not endearing at all. She's not endearing, and she's not engendering any of that fun that people like She-Hulk for. Because She-Hulk is just being her. I'm not seeing that here. She's a pain in the fucking ass to me. Like, absolutely cringeworthy. Like, oh, fuck this bitch again with this shit. What next objectionable fucking, you know, response are you going to have? Like, yeah, come on with it. Come on. Just, I know you coming. Just get to the fucking finish line already. I know where you're trying to run to. Just get your ass here. I'm already here. Yes. Men bad. Got you. Anything else? So, Misadventures of an Awkward Green Girl. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Donnie Mac. That's a perfect name for the show. She-Hulk, the Misadventures of an Awkward Green Girl. That should be the actual subtitle of the show. Because it's not going to be the awesome adventures of Jennifer Walters as She-Hulk. No. Fuck that. That would be a step in the right fucking direction for the writing for that not to be there. So now, yes, Insufferable does come to mind, Aquatech. I'm just not liking the character. That's the whole point about it. The character is not likable to me. She's just irritating. Now, the second episode, she was maybe a little less irritating than the first one, but insufferable is a good word. It's like, oh my fucking God. Let's just get through this shit. Because the person that's actually becoming insufferable is her paralegal friend, who always low-key dressing like a hoe in a law office. Because there's always one of them there. I know from experience. Yeah, who's that annoying green girl? Yeah, so I don't know. The more I keep watching this show for the fucking train wreck that it's becoming, it's like, this is not sounding better, dude. This is not sounding better. I guess I'm gonna wait, sit back and watch this episode 3, and I'm gonna see how many people latch on to Easter eggs again, or where there'll actually be something, substantive in this show worth actually talking about. Because there was nothing in the last one. It was blah. I told you, it was a fucking nothing burger. Bread, condiments, nothing. No meat, no greenery, no nothing. It was nothing there. It was like, the fuck is this? Here's the beef. So that's it. I just thought I would share my little thoughts on that. I had a couple of real choice ones earlier today, but I was working and didn't have any papers, so I didn't write them down. So they're gone. I got other shit on my mind right now. I will say though, as the end on a positive note, I did like the last episode of House of the Dragon. I am liking that show, and it got a bunch of fucking chicks in it. So it's not just me being biased against chick shows. No, I'm just biased against shitty writing. And characters, established characters, not being who the fuck they are supposed to be. Just saying. So, like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. I know it's first of the month, but look, I'm not playing. I'm not gonna play Bone Thugs and Harmony for you right now. Y'all got shit to do, and right now I need, as you can see, I got the ashy knuckles, the dirty hands. I need to take a shower and get some of this other stuff washed and wash the day off of me. What is this comment saying? Her paralegal friend is the typical loudmouth, annoying friend that usually breaks up her friends' relationships and gets her into trouble. Yeah, Malika. Yeah, the paralegal friend is the one she wants to listen to, and it was a comment that everybody passed off in the first episode. First episode where she's doing her little summation, right? And her girlfriend is there and just clapping it up. Oh, girl, that's so awesome. That's so whatever. And the dude is telling her like, nah, you should. It'll probably work better if I did the shit. Everybody passed it off as him being sexist. And what he said at the end when he was leaving the office was the most valid point. You're going to listen to the paralegal over the experienced lawyer? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that was the point. He has nothing to offer as another lawyer in that firm going into the courtroom, but you're listening to the paralegal. Now, I know a lawyer, friend of mine is a lawyer, studied the law, tried cases, all that shit, who went back to try to give back and did work as a paralegal. So you can get some lawyers as paralegals, but what she was doing was equivalent of somebody letting the nurse override the doctor. No, no. I can believe that a nurse is skilled in a lot of things. I can believe that. But you didn't do the rest of the damn training, right? You didn't do the rest of the training. You don't want to do the rest of the training. So the person who actually does the cutting on people probably has a little bit more insight of what the fuck is going on. That gets into that whole thing about I can tell you about doing your job because I used to fuck a guy who was doing your job. That means you can't tell me nothing but what his dick look like. That don't give you no experience in actually doing this job because you don't get that kind of knowledge through osmosis or secretions. You goofy motherfucker. But that's the thing with her friend. Her friend is just a paralegal. And if you don't know, the paralegal is usually the person that goes and looks up the information and shit like that. So they can be a lawyer in training. They can be a lawyer in training. But they're not the lawyer. They're not the one who walks into the courtroom and has to put that shit together and say it. It's equivalent to me of the librarian. She brought you all the books, but she ain't writing the report. Not at all. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I need a shower. I'm tired. My bones ache. Muscles hurting. 50 is creeping on me, and I'm feeling it. So, thank you guys for coming through today to talk about this. If you got any comments on this shit, I really want to hear them because I'm really curious what you guys have to say about this. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.